one thing I am sure of, and that will never change, is that I am a Patriot for life.
So the Tom Brady festivals, all that stuff in week one, it left me a little bit unsatisfied. And so for starters, there were some things that I did like about it. Number one, I did love, of course, seeing Tom Brady wearing his Patriots jersey. Again, not the garbage color rush stuff that we've been, forced to endure really since he left. I mean, sometimes I feel like the Patriots look like blueberries. But seeing Tom Brady, he's walking out onto the field and he, takes the jacket off and you just see the jersey. That made me very, very happy. Because any time, in the past 3 years, I saw Tom Brady in the Tampa Bay jersey, whether it was watching a game or, any sort of video, whatever, it hurt. It really, really hurt. I mean, it was, sad to say, but it was sort of like seeing your, ex-girlfriend with another guy. And so seeing Tom Brady kind of toss aside the Tampa Bay jersey, throw back on the New England Patriot jersey was just, it was great. And then, of course, the run out to Jay-Z's public service announcement, the run that we all got used to seeing for 20 years, You get to the game with whoever you're going with 45 minutes, an hour early, and all of a sudden, the song starts playing, allow me to reintroduce myself, and you see 12 running out in the field. So for Brady to do that and give the fans that to cheer about, I absolutely loved it. That part genuinely gave me goosebumps. And then in general, really, the stuff I loved was mostly from the perspective of Tom Brady. I felt like he was really classy. It was a lot of we, the team. He could have gone on and on. Like I remember Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame ceremony, and it was basically MJ reading off his Wikipedia accomplishments. But Brady was all about we, the team, winning. The Patriots, the fans. And a lot of it, he wasn't really looking down. A lot of it did feel like it was coming from the heart. And he was getting emotional and that. So that stuff was great. And so a lot of as it pertained to Tom Brady, I liked. But honestly, everything else kind of had me feeling a little empty. I didn't like it. I would almost go to say that I hated it. A lot of the execution of this day. And so for starters, I felt like it was too soon. It was week one, right after Tom Brady retired with a different team. Week one, I feel like it did not have to be something that was, on literally the opening night of the season. It probably should have been its own night, but not week one. It felt too soon. And because it was so soon after Brady retired for this third time or whatever with another team, and this is all because it was with Tampa, it did feel a little bit strange. Because there was a lot of uncertainty what Brady was going to do all offseason, but none of it was really playing with the Patriots. I mean, you had the Dolphins, you had the San Francisco 49ers, the Raiders. Tampa was kind of out the window, but it just was too soon. And then the second thing, and if I don't know the answer to this, someone, write in the comments, but why was this at halftime? Like a half hour? Why was this at halftime? This should have, if it was gonna be Sunday week one, it absolutely should have been before the game. You could have easily, advertised this event saying, get to your seat at 3 o'clock for a 4:25 game. And I can promise you, every Patriot fan would have done that. Because we're talking about Tom Brady here. But instead it was sort of rushed a little bit in the middle of a game. And it's hard to know where Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are with their relationship. But you had all his former teammates standing out there. It would have been nice to have it before the game so Belichick could have at least been in the crowd. Obviously, nobody's going to fault him for going back into, Gillette and doing the halftime adjustments. Of course he's going to do that. He's the coach. It was a 2-point game. Of course he was going to do that. But for anything like this, whether it's Tom Brady or Bill Belichick, the other one absolutely should be there. To me, it was almost unacceptable that Belichick was there. And I blame the execution, whether it was Robert Kraft or whoever in the PR department or whatever. But this thing should have been at 3 o'clock if it was gonna be week 1, which again, I didn't think it should have been to begin with. So then there was a lot of other stuff, and a lot had to do with Robert Kraft. So for starters, thanks Bob for waiving the 4-year wait period to let Tom Brady in. Really, really nice of you. A Hall of Fame that I think opened in 2007. Kraft, we're not talking about Cooperstown here. I think there's 36 people in there. I'm sure Tom Brady's on his knees thanking you so much for waiving his, 4-year wait period to be in a Hall of Fame with Matt Light. Which, no disrespect to Matt Light, but come on. Of course you should waive the 4-year wait period. It shouldn't even have been like the tone of you doing Tom a favor. The only reason that Hall of Fame exists is because Tom Brady. The only reason Patriot Place probably exists is Tom Brady because of all the money that he brought Robert Kraft. And this, Patriot Place opened in 2009. Those 3 Super Bowls in 4 years with 12 under center certainly helped, but Kraft making this grand gesture to waive a 4-year wait period for Tom Brady? Tom Brady should be in his own Patriot Hall of Fame. So I thought that was a little corny, and the whole thing felt like just a massive pitch, a massive advertising again of this. We're going to do a big thing on 6/12/2024. The big day, we're going to honor Tom Brady and do something massive, and we're going to sell tickets for it, and once again, Robert Kraft is going to make a whole lot of money off of Tom Brady. So, it annoyed me a little bit. It annoyed me about the Kraft, returning to the family, that sort of mindset with really a lot of, revisionist history, but also forgetting the fact that Tom Brady, he's with the Vegas Raiders right now in ownership. And so if Tom Brady was really part of the family, why wasn't Brady given the opportunity to join this ownership with the Kraft family? Give him a stake. Why did he have to go be with the guy with the terrible haircut in the Raiders? Come on. So all the family stuff, but at the end of the day, yeah, you returned to the Patriots, had the jersey, but he was with the Raiders. And so I felt like we were really pretending a lot of very recent things never happened. And so, the family, the son, the second son, or the third son, whatever many sons Robert Kraft has, but when Brady wanted an extension, 2 for 50, 2 for 60, after winning the Super Bowl, the 6th Super Bowl, Kraft, I believe, deferred to Belichick. Kraft, too, thought Tom Brady was getting old, and there was no Kobe Bryant emeritus deal. So, that all kind of bothered me. And again, Tom Brady played game. He he was super, super classy on Sunday because he just took it and he said it, and I'm sure to a degree I'm sure Tom has a ton of appreciation.
I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next summer. Thank you. Thank you.
And so here's another question is, sure, you have that Patriot Hall of Fame next year, but why couldn't you have at least retired Tom Brady's number? You could not have done that because 100%, if you were going to hang a banner for 16-0 when you lost the Super Bowl, maybe put a banner that says 12 because that is how important Brady is to the organization. And why wasn't that an automatic thing? If you were going to force this very, very premature retirement ceremony, would it have been that difficult to just retire his number right now? Or is this all really about selling this 6/12 Tom Brady Day Part 2 next summer? And so that was frustrating. That to me was like the minimum. And, me sitting there, I was very into this ceremony. I felt the anticipation, of course, because, again, like everybody else, was very, very sad about how things ended with the Patriots and Brady. And I, harbored that resentment a little bit for the team. That Brady should never have worn another jersey. But this whole thing with, Brady being back, it did, there was a part of me that was a little bit sad because of all of that. And I feel like it almost, in certain ways, opened up the wounds, but also, reminded me of the time when the team was just really, really good. And Brady standing there in the jersey, I couldn't help but think about the last 3 years with, Cam Newton, and then having to draft a worse version of Tom Brady, who, for the record, is still the worst quarterback to Tom Brady at, 46, standing in street clothes. But what the thing, I guess, accomplished at the end of the day is it did give fans closure. To a degree, it gave closure. Fans got to see Brady run out all the good ceremonial things, the 12, the let's go, the really sincere speech. But how much did Brady, really, really care? I mean, you could see the emotions in the speech. I mean, I'm sure anybody is going to be moved, but the whole thing, I felt unsatisfied. I absolutely did, and I don't know if there would be a way to ever feel fully satisfied because of the way things ended here with Brady and the Patriots. But I guess sort of in my final thought of this whole thing is my hope for Patriot fans and me, and I am 100% in this camp. I'm probably is the worst with this particular point, but Patriot fans, we need to move on. We can't keep comparing. Even this loss to the Eagles. Oh, well, Tom Brady would have won it. Well, yeah. I'm sure Michael Jordan would have won a few games that Luol Deng couldn't close either. But we have to move on. We have to work with the team we have right now and get behind it. As great as it is to talk about the past, all the incredible memories that we all have with the Brady era, we have to move on. We have to look forward. The last thing I want to become are like the Cowboys fans or the 49er fans that all they talk about is, times before DVDs existed. So, in general, from Brady's side, I liked it. There were some nice things, but in general, I just wasn't satisfied with the day.